Bird feathers and winged bipedal animals. Although some insects and bats have wings, only birds have feathers. There are about 10,000 species of birds in the world. Thus all living birds belong to the subclass Neornithis. The class of birds has been divided into 23 classes, 142 genera, 2056 genera, and 9,602 species. However, new species are constantly being discovered and new species are being identified by dividing some of the old species. Fossils found so far indicate that birds appeared in the Jurassic period, about 160 million years ago. According to paleontologists, birds are the only offspring of the four-limbed dinosaur after the extinction of the Cretaceous-Paleogene 65 million years ago. Among the living birds, the bee hummingbird is the smallest, only 5 centimeters or 2 inches, and the ostrich is the largest, 2.75 meters or 9 feet. Like fish, amphibians, reptiles, and mammals, birds are also vertebrates. The main features of modern-day birds are feathers, toothless beaks, hard-shelled eggs with which they leave their offspring, 4-chambered heart, high cellular biochemical rate, light but strong bones, etc. All birds have wings, the only exception being the now defunct New Zealand moa. The anterior appendage has evolved into a wing. Almost all birds can fly, and even birds that are unable to fly, such as ostriches, penguins, are the product of the evolution of ancestors capable of flying. Most of the birds that are unable to fly are native to some of the islands. The digestive and excretory processes of birds are conducive to their easy flight and are quite different from all other animals. A few species of birds, especially crows and tigers, are among the most intelligent animals in the animal kingdom. Several species of birds have mastered the technique of making and using small tools. In some social birds, generation after generation is seen to impart the knowledge necessary for their survival. Many of the birds are migratory. At certain times of the year they travel huge distances from one place to another. Irregular movement of short lengths is more evident from such transfers. Most birds are social creatures. They communicate with each other through visual cues and calls or whistles. They also take part in various social activities, such as taking part in breeding in the same season, colonizing together, flying in flocks, looking for food in groups, and even chasing the enemy in groups. Most birds mate only for one breeding season or a maximum of 1 year, rarely mating for a lifetime. Polygamy is also seen in birds. Birds usually lay their eggs in their nests and their parents hatch with them. Most birds keep their young for several days after hatching. Most birds mate only for one breeding season or a maximum of 1 year, rarely mating for a lifetime. Polygamy is also seen in birds. Birds usually lay their eggs in their nests and their parents hatch with them. Most birds keep their young for several days after hatching. Guano manure derived from bird droppings is excellent and has commercial importance. Birds cover a huge space in literary, cultural, religious, and even social fields. From the 18th century to the present day, 120 to 130 bird species have been lost from the world forever due to various human activities. Even before that, about 100 other species have suffered the same fate. At present, species like barouche are on the verge of extinction due to human cruelty. In recent times, various measures have been taken to conserve several species.